What happens immediately after a criminal verdict? Imagine sitting in a courtroom hearing the judge announce the final decision. That moment marks the start of what happens next in the criminal justice process. When the court reads the verdict, it is either guilty or not guilty. If the verdict is not guilty, the defendant is usually released right away unless there are other charges or legal reasons to hold them. If the verdict is guilty, the court might move straight to sentencing or set a date for a separate sentencing hearing. After a guilty verdict, the defense team can file post-verdict motions. One common motion is asking the court to overturn the verdict because the evidence was not enough to support a conviction. These motions are usually filed within a specific time frame, often within 14 days after the verdict or jury discharge. The court then reviews these motions and decides whether to grant them or deny them. If the court grants the motion, the verdict can be overturned, and the case might be dismissed or sent back for a new trial. If the motion is denied, the conviction remains in place. If the verdict stands and sentencing is scheduled, the defense prepares for that hearing. They might present evidence or arguments to try to reduce the sentence or seek alternative penalties. This could include showing remorse, demonstrating good behavior, or providing evidence of mitigating circumstances. The judge then determines the sentence, which could involve fines, probation, community service, or imprisonment, depending on the case. Once sentencing is complete, the defendant has options to challenge the outcome through appeals. To start an appeal, the defense must file a notice of appeal within a strict deadline, often within 30 days after sentencing. Appeals focus on legal mistakes made during the trial, such as improper evidence or violations of constitutional rights. If the appeal is unsuccessful or not possible, the defendant can pursue post-conviction remedies. These include motions based on new evidence, claims of ineffective assistance of counsel, or constitutional violations that were not raised earlier. Throughout this entire process, timing is very important. Missing deadlines for motions or appeals can mean losing the chance to challenge the verdict. That is why immediate action by the defense team after a verdict is crucial. They need to carefully follow procedural rules to protect the defendant's rights and explore all options for relief. In summary, right after a criminal verdict, the court announces the decision. The defense may file motions to challenge it, prepare for sentencing if guilty, and plan for possible appeals or other legal remedies. These steps are essential to ensure the defendant's rights are protected and to seek the best outcome following the trial.